Turmeric, that golden yellow spice sitting quietly in your kitchen cabinet. For years, it's been praised as a natural wonder, especially by older adults looking to ease joint pain, support heart health, and stay mentally sharp. Maybe you've started adding it to your morning tea. Maybe you stir it into your oatmeal, or you take it in supplement form, hoping it'll ease that nagging inflammation. And for good reason. Science has shown that turmeric, or more specifically, the compound curcumin, has powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. But here's the part most people never hear. If you're over 60 and using turmeric regularly, there are 3 everyday foods you should absolutely avoid combining it with. These aren't exotic or hard-to-find ingredients. They're common foods found in most American kitchens. And when mixed with turmeric, they can do the opposite of what you intended. Instead of helping your joints, they might be making inflammation worse. Instead of boosting your memory, they might be interfering with how your brain absorbs nutrients. And worst of all, they could be blocking your body from absorbing curcumin at all. But here's the good news. In this video, we'll not only uncover those 3 foods to avoid, we'll also walk through 3 simple food pairings that actually make turmeric stronger and help your body get the full benefits. So grab a warm drink, get comfortable, and stay with me. What you're about to learn could completely change how you use turmeric and how your body responds to it. As we get older, something shifts. Our joints start to feel stiffer in the morning. We don't bounce back from physical activity like we used to. Digestive issues seem to pop up more often. Bloating, acid reflux, a slower metabolism. And sometimes, our memory feels a little foggy, like a word is just out of reach. These changes are common after 60. They're not a sign that you're doing anything wrong. They're simply part of the natural aging process. But that doesn't make them any easier to live with. When your body doesn't feel quite like it used to, it's only natural to look for solutions. Not just quick fixes, but gentle, natural support. Things that help without making things worse. That's why more and more older adults across America are turning to turmeric. Not as a trend, but as a tool. Something from the earth. Something used for centuries in traditional medicine. And something that feels safe, because it is. At the heart of turmeric is a compound called curcumin. It's what gives turmeric that rich yellow color. But more importantly, curcumin is what gives turmeric its powerful effects. It's known for reducing inflammation, the root of so many age-related issues, from arthritis to heart disease. It helps protect cells from oxidative damage. It supports the brain, aids digestion, and even promotes better immune function. People add turmeric to teas, soups, smoothies, and even capsules, hoping to take advantage of all these benefits. It seems like a simple addition, but here's the challenge. Your body doesn't absorb curcumin easily on its own. In fact, without the right conditions, studies show that most of the curcumin you consume simply passes through your system. You might be using turmeric every single day, thinking it's helping. But if your body can't absorb it properly, you're missing out on everything it has to offer. Even worse, some foods can actually block your body from absorbing it at all. And that's where so many people, even the health-conscious ones, go wrong. So before you sprinkle turmeric on your eggs or stir it into your tea, let's talk about what not to pair it with, and why that matters more than you think. Let's start with one of the most common kitchen staples in America: processed dairy. We're not talking about a splash of fresh milk in your tea or a bit of plain yogurt here and there. We're talking about heavily processed dairy products, like American cheese slices, powdered creamers, flavored yogurts packed with sugar, and pre-shredded cheese that comes in plastic bags. These are everywhere, in our breakfasts, our snacks, even in the coffee we sip every morning. They're convenient, they taste good, and they're deeply ingrained in our routines. But if you're using turmeric to support your health, whether it's for joint pain, digestion, or brain clarity, processed dairy could be silently working against you. Here's why. Difficult to digest, especially as we age. Processed dairy often contains additives, artificial flavors, stabilizers, and, in many cases, added sugars. These ingredients may not seem like a big deal when you're younger, but after 60, your digestion naturally slows down. You might already be dealing with acid reflux, bloating, or an unpredictable stomach. So when you mix turmeric with foods that are hard to digest, your body struggles. And when digestion is compromised, so is nutrient absorption, including the absorption of curcumin. Even if you take turmeric every single day, it may not reach your bloodstream effectively if your digestive system is battling processed ingredients. At the same time, certain dairy proteins bind to curcumin. Here's something most people don't know. Certain proteins found in dairy, particularly in processed forms, can bind to curcumin molecules. When that happens, curcumin becomes harder for your body to absorb. Think of it like this. You're taking turmeric, hoping it will reduce inflammation. But the cheese or creamer you're pairing it with may be locking up that curcumin and flushing it out of your body before it ever gets a chance to help. For example, adding turmeric to scrambled eggs might seem like a smart move. But if those eggs are topped with processed cheese slices, you might be canceling out turmeric's benefits without even knowing it. The same goes for turmeric lattes made with powdered creamers or sweetened milk alternatives. The creamy texture might feel comforting, but the hidden ingredients inside can quietly interfere with everything you're trying to achieve. It's not just about what you eat. It's about what your body can use. Here's the hard truth. You could be doing all the right things. Taking turmeric capsules, making turmeric tea, adding it to your meals. But if you're regularly combining it with processed dairy, you're cutting off its power at the source. And that's not just a waste of money. It's a missed opportunity for real healing. So what's the solution? You don't have to give up the comforting creaminess you love. You just have to switch to better alternatives. Instead of dairy creamers, try unsweetened almond milk, oat milk, coconut milk. These plant-based options are naturally easier on the digestive system. They don't contain the artificial additives found in many dairy products. And best of all, they allow turmeric to do what it's meant to do: fight inflammation, support your heart, and protect your memory. They also blend beautifully into warm drinks, soups, and even smoothies, without blocking absorption. If you're using turmeric to feel better, to ease stiffness, boost your energy, or simply age more comfortably, don't let processed dairy stand in the way. Make a conscious choice. Avoid processed cheese, powdered creamers, and sweetened yogurts when you're using turmeric. Instead, reach for clean, gentle, plant-based options that work with your body, not against it. Your joints, your digestion, and your overall health will thank you. The second food group to avoid when using turmeric might surprise you, because it often shows up in meals that seem healthy. I'm talking about vinegar-heavy foods. That includes store-bought salad dressings, pickles and relish, ketchup and mustard, coleslaw, and even recipes made with white or apple cider vinegar. These are staples in many American households. A turkey sandwich with pickles, a green salad with a tangy vinaigrette, a squeeze of ketchup on the side. They're familiar, convenient, and full of flavor. But when combined with turmeric, they can quietly work against your body. Here's why. Curcumin is a delicate compound. The active ingredient in turmeric, curcumin, needs a stable environment to be absorbed properly. It's sensitive to heat, light, and, most importantly, acidity. When curcumin comes into contact with highly acidic foods, like vinegar, it can begin to break down before your body has a chance to absorb it. In other words, turmeric may lose its potency before it ever reaches your bloodstream. You're trying to give your body something healing, but that vinegar-based dressing or side of pickles might be weakening turmeric's power right at the start. Acidic foods can irritate digestion, especially after 60. If you've ever experienced acid reflux, bloating, or heartburn after meals, you're not alone. As we age, our digestive system becomes more sensitive. The combination of turmeric and acidic foods can sometimes worsen these issues. You might not notice it right away, but over time, it can create low-grade irritation that limits how much benefit you get from turmeric. Or worse, makes it uncomfortable to use. So what can you do instead? You don't have to give up flavor. You just have to make a smarter swap. Instead of bottled dressings or sharp vinaigrettes, try this: a simple mix of extra virgin olive oil, a splash of fresh lemon juice, and a pinch of black pepper. This combination is not only gentle on your digestion, it actually helps turmeric work better. The healthy fat in olive oil improves absorption, and the piperine in black pepper increases curcumin's bioavailability dramatically. Want more tips? If you enjoy pickles or sour condiments, try eating them at a different time of day, not in the same meal as turmeric. Spread them out to reduce interaction and protect curcumin's benefits. The final takeaway is this: vinegar-based foods aren't bad, but when it comes to turmeric, timing matters. If you want turmeric to support your joints, memory, or digestion, don't pair it with high-acid foods in the same meal. Give it space. Give it the right environment. And your body will respond. Let's talk about one more food group that can silently cancel out turmeric's benefits: sugary cereals and baked goods. These might be some of the most comforting items in your kitchen. A warm blueberry muffin with your morning coffee. A bowl of frosted cereal that reminds you of simpler times. A slice of banana bread in the afternoon. These foods feel familiar. They're part of our routines. And, in recent years, some brands have even started adding turmeric to these items. Turmeric muffins, turmeric granola bars, even turmeric cookies. But here's the problem. If those foods are loaded with refined sugar, they may be doing more harm than good, even if turmeric is listed on the label. Sugar fuels inflammation. Turmeric fights it. Turmeric's greatest strength is its anti-inflammatory power. It helps reduce swelling in the joints. It calms the immune system. It protects brain cells from damage and supports heart health. But sugar? It does the exact opposite. Refined sugar spikes blood sugar levels, increases inflammation, stresses your metabolism, and over time contributes to conditions like arthritis, heart disease, and memory decline. So when you combine turmeric with a sugary breakfast cereal, cookie, or pastry, your body gets two opposite signals at once. Turmeric is saying, "Let's calm things down." Sugar is shouting, "Inflame, inflame!" And in that battle, sugar usually wins. Sugar interferes with nutrient absorption. High-sugar foods can disrupt your digestive system and slow nutrient uptake, including the absorption of curcumin. They spike insulin, which can affect how your body processes other compounds. For older adults, this is especially concerning. You want every bite to work for you, not against you, even if you're doing your best. Adding turmeric to your smoothies, cooking with it, drinking golden milk. Pairing it with sugary foods could be undermining everything. So what can you eat instead? You don't have to give up all comfort foods. You just have to be a little more selective. Try these turmeric-friendly swaps. Instead of sugary cereal, opt for unsweetened oatmeal with a pinch of turmeric and cinnamon. Instead of muffins from the coffee shop, try whole grain toast with almond butter and a dash of turmeric. Instead of pastries loaded with white sugar, make a turmeric smoothie with banana, blueberries, and chia seeds. Need a little sweetness? Use raw honey or pure maple syrup in small amounts. These are natural, less processed, and don't cause the same inflammation spike. And here's the best part. Once your taste buds adjust, these healthier options will start to feel just as satisfying, but without the crash afterward. Final takeaway. If you're using turmeric to reduce inflammation, it doesn't make sense to pair it with foods that increase inflammation. That includes most boxed cereals, store-bought muffins and pastries, and anything made with white sugar or high fructose corn syrup. You don't have to be perfect, but a little awareness goes a long way. Next time you reach for something sweet, ask yourself, is this working with my body or against it? Give turmeric the chance to do its job. Support it with foods that help, not hurt. Your joints, your brain, your energy, they'll all thank you. Now that we've covered the foods you should never combine with turmeric, let's turn the page and focus on something more uplifting. Because here's the good news. Just as some foods block turmeric's effects, others can unlock its full potential. You don't need expensive supplements or exotic ingredients. You just need to pair turmeric with the right everyday foods, the ones that help your body absorb curcumin better and put it to work where it matters most. Whether you're using turmeric for joint relief, digestion, memory, or heart health, these next 3 pairings can dramatically increase its effectiveness. Let's start with what might be the most important one of all. And you probably already have it sitting on your kitchen counter. If there's one ingredient that can completely change how your body responds to turmeric, it's black pepper. Simple, familiar, and surprisingly powerful. Black pepper contains a natural compound called piperine, and research shows that piperine can increase your body's absorption of curcumin by up to 2,000%. Yes, you heard that right. Without piperine, your body absorbs only a tiny fraction of the curcumin you consume. But with just a small pinch of black pepper, that absorption skyrockets. Why is this important, especially after 60? As we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing nutrients. It's not just what we eat. It's how well we can use what we eat. And that's what makes black pepper such a powerful ally. It helps curcumin get into your bloodstream where it can actually do its job. Reduce inflammation, support memory, ease joint discomfort, and help your body recover from stress and wear over time. So how do you use it? You don't need much. Just a pinch of freshly ground black pepper is enough to do the trick. Here are a few easy ways to combine it with turmeric in your daily routine. Stir it into a warm turmeric tea, a classic golden drink for joint and brain. Support. Mix it into scrambled eggs with a dash of turmeric and a little olive oil. Add both to soups and stews near the end of cooking. Or blend it into a smoothie with almond milk, banana, turmeric, and a tiny sprinkle of pepper. And here's a tip. Use freshly ground pepper, not the pre-ground kind that's been sitting in a bottle for months. Fresh peppercorns contain more active piperine, and that means better results for you. What about supplements? If you're taking turmeric capsules or tablets, check the label. Many high-quality turmeric supplements now include piperine, sometimes listed as biopairing, a purified form of black pepper extract. If it's not on the label, your body might not be absorbing much of that turmeric at all, no matter how expensive the bottle was. A small step that makes a big difference. Sometimes, we overlook the simplest solutions. But black pepper and turmeric? They're not just a flavorful combo, they're a functional team. Adding a pinch of pepper to your turmeric routine is one of the easiest, most powerful ways to improve absorption and maximize results. It's a small habit, but for your joints, your brain, your immune system, it's a habit that pays off every day. The second key to unlocking turmeric's full potential: healthy fats. Here's something many people don't realize. Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, is fat-soluble. That means it dissolves in fat, not in water. So if you're consuming turmeric without any fat, your body may be passing most of it right through your system, unused, and that's a missed opportunity, especially for older adults. As we age, our digestive efficiency changes. We need to be more intentional about how we absorb nutrients, not just how we consume them. Healthy fats help curcumin move through your digestive tract, get absorbed into your bloodstream, and reach the areas where it's needed most: your joints, your brain, your heart, and your immune system. So what exactly are healthy fats? We're not talking about greasy fried foods or margarine. We're talking about natural, whole food fats like extra virgin olive oil, avocados, nut butters like almond or peanut butter, chia seeds and flax seeds, fatty fish like salmon or sardines. These fats do more than just help turmeric. They support your heart, your memory, and your metabolism, all without the inflammation that comes from processed oils. Here's how to use them with turmeric. If you're making a turmeric tea or latte, stir in a teaspoon of coconut oil or almond butter. When cooking a soup or stew, add a tablespoon of olive oil near the end, not just for flavor, but to boost absorption. Blend avocado or a spoonful of nut butter into your morning smoothie with turmeric and fruit. Cook your scrambleds, eggs in olive oil, with a dash of turmeric and black pepper for the full trio, or sprinkle turmeric over roasted vegetables, then drizzle with olive oil before baking. These small adjustments create the perfect environment for curcumin to do its job and help your body actually benefit from every bite. A quick word of caution: not all fats are created equal. Stay away from margarine, vegetable shortening, highly processed oils like soybean or canola used in fast food. Anything deep-fried or labeled low-fat, but packed with additives. These types of fats can actually increase inflammation, which works directly against what turmeric is trying to fix. Stick with real, whole food sources of fat. Think of healthy fat as the delivery truck that helps carry curcumin through your body. Without the right fat, turmeric can't go anywhere. With it, curcumin becomes more absorbable, more effective, and more powerful, especially when it comes to supporting your health after 60. Final thought: you don't have to change everything about your meals. Just be mindful of this one detail. If you're using turmeric, give it a healthy fat to ride along with. It's one of the most effective and effortless ways to help turmeric reach its full potential. And your body will thank you with better energy, easier movement, and deeper healing. The third food that pairs beautifully with turmeric and actually makes it more effective is something you might already enjoy: raw honey. Sweet, natural, and filled with healing compounds, raw honey does more than just taste good. It brings its own set of benefits, and when combined with turmeric, The two create a gentle, powerful wellness duo. Natural anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. Raw honey contains antioxidants, enzymes, and anti-inflammatory compounds that support your immune system, soothe sore throats, and reduce irritation in the gut. When used alongside turmeric, raw honey helps calm inflammation, improve digestion, support immune health, and make turmeric drinks more palatable and enjoyable. That's a big deal, especially for those who find turmeric's earthy flavor a bit strong on its own. How to use raw honey with turmeric. Here are a few simple, comforting ways to combine them. Stir half a teaspoon of turmeric into a cup of warm water and add 1 teaspoon of raw honey. Sip slowly. Mix turmeric and honey into your evening herbal tea for a soothing bedtime drink. Combine turmeric, honey, and lemon in hot water for a gentle morning tonic. Or make a turmeric honey paste and take a small spoonful daily, what some people call a golden spoon. This pairing is especially helpful for seasonal allergies, sinus issues, digestive discomfort, and for anyone wanting to stay well during cold and flu season. But here's the key. It has to be raw honey, not the kind in the clear plastic bear-shaped bottle. Most commercial honey is heavily processed, heated at high temperatures, and stripped of its natural benefits. Raw honey, on the other hand, is cloudier in appearance, rich in pollen, enzymes, and nutrients, often locally sourced and minimally filtered. It may cost a little more, but it gives you so much more in return. Just a quick reminder, remember to use in moderation. Even natural sugars count. Even though raw honey is a natural sweetener, it still contains sugar. So if you're managing your blood sugar or watching your carb intake, use it in small amounts. About a teaspoon a day is generally safe and beneficial for most people. That's all you need to experience the benefits, without overdoing it. If you're looking for a gentle, natural way to boost your turmeric routine, raw honey is one of the best additions you can make. It supports your body, enhances flavor, and makes it easier to stay consistent. And sometimes, that's the secret to better health, finding simple, enjoyable habits that you can stick with every day. So, let's take a moment to pause and reflect on everything we've uncovered together. You've learned that turmeric isn't just a trendy spice. It's a natural powerhouse for your joints, your memory, your digestion, and your overall wellness. But only if your body can actually absorb it. We talked about 3 common foods that may be silently blocking turmeric's healing power. Processed dairy, which interferes with digestion and curcumin absorption. Vinegar-heavy foods, which destabilize turmeric and irritate the stomach. Sugary cereals and baked goods, which create inflammation, the very thing turmeric is trying to fight. Then we explored 3 simple ways to boost turmeric's effects, using foods you likely already have in your kitchen. A pinch of black pepper, which can increase curcumin absorption by 2,000%, a serving of healthy fat, like olive oil or avocado, to help curcumin enter your bloodstream, and a touch of raw honey to soothe inflammation, improve taste, and support immunity. These aren't drastic changes. They're small, gentle shifts, the kind that fit easily into your day. And that's the beauty of it. You don't have to overhaul your entire life. You don't need to chase perfection. You just need to take one thoughtful step at a time. Pinch of turmeric and black pepper in your tea. A drizzle of olive oil in your soup. A spoonful of honey with your evening drink. Tiny changes, applied consistently, can create real results, not just in how you feel physically, but in how you carry yourself, with clarity, confidence, and calm. Because here's something I deeply believe. Aging is not about decline. It's about refinement. You've gathered decades of experience. You've lived, learned, endured, and grown. Now is the time to use that wisdom, not just to survive, but to thrive, to take care of the body that carries you, to nourish the mind that guides you, to treat your health not as a burden, but as a sacred responsibility, one that brings you closer to who you truly are. So if this video has helped you, even just a little, I hope you'll pass it along. Send it to a friend, a sibling, a neighbor. You never know whose day or health it might change. And if you'd like to keep learning, we're here for you. Every week on Live Long Well, we share practical, gentle, and trustworthy advice to help you stay strong, stay sharp, and stay connected to what matters most. So hit subscribe and stay with us on this journey. Until next time, take care of yourself. You're worth the effort.